Alright guys, so the topic for today is keyboard and mouse. And what you don't know what that is where you get a wireless adapter and you basically can play keyboard and mouse on a console. Well, now a lot of people are complaining about keyboard and mouse is unfair to people who use controllers and how it can affect the community. Now, I'm not saying anyone here is right. I'm not saying anyone here is wrong. I'm not saying you need to have a keyboard and mouse to be good. No, you need the controller and be 100%. You can be 100% on it. Now, if you do buy a keyboard and mouse, what do you buy and what else? Well, first, before I go into that, let me tell you what keyboard and mouse might do to the companies that sell controllers, like Scuf, Cinch, Battle Beaver, and all of them. If keyboard and mouse becomes big on console, those companies will be in trouble. And not a lot of people recognize that. And that's what I think the problem is. So, if you have a Scuf, a Battle Beaver, whatever the case may be, you gotta understand that keyboard and mouse, might not be for you. It could be for people who are on PC and they want to play keyboard and mouse on a console because they want to, try different games or whatever the case may be. Well, I've been on console for my entire life. Like, I've always played controller and all that. Well, recently I went out and bought myself an adapter for my PS4, which around last year I bought this, and it's the Zim 4. Now, Zim 4 lets me play with the keyboard and mouse. Now, do you have to buy the Zim 4? No, you don't. If you want to use your own keyboard and all that, then you will have to get a Zim. But you can get the Hori Tactical 4, I think it's what it's called, from PlayStation. And a friend of mine actually has that, and he says he doesn't mind it, but it's not the best. Well, before you go and buy a keyboard and mouse, do your research. That's all I can tell you. You do your research, and you pick which one you want. Now, if you have a keyboard and mouse at your house, and it's not USB compatible, don't worry. You can go on Amazon, you can go anywhere and buy a USB keyboard. But if you want like a gaming keyboard, which in my opinion it really doesn't make a damn difference whether you use a regular or whatever the case may be. So if you go and actually do your research and you find what you like and all that, if you don't want to do a full keyboard, you don't have to. You can go and spend $80 and get a Logitech G13, which is half a keyboard. Now, do I own a Logitech G13? No. I own a Razer Black Widow Chroma with the Razer Naga Chroma. Those are what I use when I play. Now, the reason why a lot of people might choose keyboard and mouse over a controller is because the mouse is better than analog stick. Analog stick only has so far it will move. Keyboard has a wide range that it can move around, and you're faster. Now, what a lot of people still don't see is, what a lot of people are seeing is in competitive for COD that people are saying they get keyboarded. And that means they're using a keyboard and a mouse when they're playing competitive, which you are technically not allowed to do coming from a old competitive player. Now, am I saying is it okay to use keyboard and mouse? I personally wouldn't care if you use keyboard and mouse in competitive as long as you don't get caught with it. But if you do get caught with it, you are royally fucked. Now, if you're playing 2v2 wagers, then don't tell them that you're using a keyboard and mouse. Just say that I'm not using keyboard and mouse, nor would I ever, and just have them pitch your controller or whatever. A lot of games actually you can tell people are using keyboard and mouse, alright? And with me, you know, I do use keyboard and mouse. Sometimes I'll go to a controller for a game like this, or COD, or whatever, depending on how I feel that day. Now, I do own a SCUF, but the paddle broke, so I went to keyboard and mouse. I went back to keyboard and mouse, and it's not a bad choice. Would I say that you need a keyboard and mouse to be good? No, like I said earlier, you know, you can use a regular controller, play stick and move, and you'll be 100% good with it. You don't need a fancy controller to be good at a game. You can be good at a game just using a regular controller. The only thing a SCUF, a Battle Beaver, or a Cinch has that most controllers don't are the either buttons on the sides or the paddles that allow you to jump without taking your hands off the analog stick. Keyboard and mouse, well, you got everything right in your hand. You have everything you need. You know, you got your exo jump right beside, you got your jumping that could be a space bar or whatever you want it to be. Now, you don't have to play, how do I put this? You don't have to play with a keyboard and mouse, alright? You can use a controller. If you don't have the money right now for a keyboard and mouse, you know, I think like the Hori Tactical is like $80. Compared to like the Zim, that's like $150. Now, do I notice the difference when I play it? Yes, so you can tell that I'm 100%, I can probably win 95% of gunfights on COD. You use a controller, you're not going to get the same response like a mouse would when you click it, because the mouse is going to automatically go, alright, he wants to shoot, he wants to aim, he wants to jump, reload, whatever. Now, you don't, now you're probably wondering, well, keyboard and mouse is cheating. No, Sony's the one that came out with their very own Hori Tactical for PlayStation. And due to them doing that, a lot of people are thinking, okay, so it's okay to play keyboard and mouse on COD, it's okay to play, you know, it's okay to do this and play like that. In a sense, yes, it is okay to play keyboard and mouse. Now, you don't really 100% truly need to feel like you're at a disadvantage with people with keyboard and mouse. You're not. You just gotta get to jump on people that are playing keyboard and mouse, because then you would win. Now, I'm not an expert on keyboard and mouse. I'm really not. I played a few PC games. I played CSGO. I played League of Legends. That's pretty much the major two I used to play. But a lot of console people are getting a little bit pissed off that people are coming from PC, buying the adapter, and playing keyboard and mouse while they play controller. Now, should you feel left out not having a keyboard and mouse, knowing your friends or someone has a keyboard and mouse? No, if you want to buy and you know someone has it, go ask them, you know, like, ask them if you can try it, because it never hurts to try. Because if you try and you like it, you just might end up buying one. Whether it's the Zim, the Hori, whatever it is. Now, I'm not trying to sit here and tell you guys, you gotta go spend 80, 150, or whatever, however much a keyboard and mouse adapter is. You play with what you want to play, alright? And that's what's important. If you're comfortable with the controller, then play with the controller. I'm not telling you to do how to spend your money or how to do anything. And that's what a lot of people need to understand is, you know, keyboard and mouse really isn't everything. Neither is a headset. Like, a lot of people have, like, Turtle Beaches, alright? Play with your Turtle Beaches. Don't feel like you're obligated to go and spend $200-300 on Astros, or whatever the case may be with whatever headset you're looking at, you know? If you have a simple... You have earbuds, let's say, from like Apple. If you have like earbuds from Apple or Skull Candy headphones, alright? It doesn't matter about your headset. It doesn't matter what controller you have. It's about how well you play. Does headsets give you an advantage in a game? Yes and no, alright? I'll put it that way. Sometimes a good headset, it's phenomenal, you know? Like, alright, cool, you got Astros. Do I care? No, not really, because, you know, I'll use a... If I had to use a fucking earbuds and all that shit, would I use it? Oh, hell yeah. Like, earbuds, not a problem, you know? Like, it doesn't matter your headset, guys. I can't stress that enough. It doesn't matter about your controller that you're using at the time. And it doesn't matter what you're using. If you are good with what you have, stick with it. I'm not saying don't try nothing new, because I'd be lying. It doesn't matter how you play. If you feel like sitting in the corner with a fucking RPG or whatever, then you do what you want to do, man, you know? I'm going off topic a little bit, but back to keyboard and mouse. Now, yes, a lot of people who are partnering with Amazon or whatever are going to say, oh, you need this to be a good player. No, you really fucking don't. Like, before I got a keyboard and mouse adapter, I played just fine. Now once I got comfortable with my keyboard and mouse, I was fine, you know? Like, it takes a while to adjust. Alright? Now, am I saying, you know, keyboard and mouse is everything? Absolutely not. Alright? If I'm repeating myself, I do apologize, guys. Keyboard and mouse is not everything, alright? That's what a lot of people need to understand is, it's seriously not everything in the world. If you don't own a keyboard and mouse and you play with a controller with control freaks, then do you. You know, you got control freaks on a controller. Alright, cool. Don't feel obligated and be like, oh, well, I'm getting destroyed by someone playing with a Scuff, a Cinch, or a Battle Beaver. Switch from default to tactical, and once you get comfortable with tactical, switch up to stick and move or something. You really don't need to go out and buy a fucking $300 to $400 controller to be good at a game. Now, in some games, the keyboard and mouse have their disadvantages. Yes, they do. Like The Division, Tom Clancy's The Division. Does keyboard and mouse work on console? It does, but it's a pain in the ass to get used to. Alright? Now, you can sit here and call me... Excuse me, you can sit here and call me a wannabe or whatever. You know what? I really don't care. I'm giving my 2 thoughts on keyboard and mouse. I'm not trying to make this video super long for you guys. I'm really not. I'm trying to make it as short, sweet, and possible as I can. But if you feel like you want to try keyboard and mouse, definitely see if someone has keyboard and mouse for you. Because then, or you know someone that has keyboard and mouse. Because then, you can try it and see if you like it. Because if you go out and spend 150, 80 bucks, 120 or whatever it might be, then and you turn out that, oh, you know, I hate keyboard and mouse, you are stuck with that. You know, yes, you can just go and not use it, but you know, you wasted however much money you put into it. So that's just my 2 cents on keyboard and mouse. If you guys want me to do more videos on something like this, do let me know in the comments below. I would be more than happy to give my 2 cents about this and tell you guys, what's going on and all that good shit. So, alright guys, this has been your demon and I'm out. Peace.